Well, my name is Christof Bromberger. I'm with the company for 20 years now. The company was founded by my great-grandfather in 1904. So this year we have our 120th anniversary, which we don't celebrate because the 125th is celebrated in Germany. So we have 5 years to go for the next big celebration. So I'm the fourth in the row of generations. And the first 10 years, I would say my father and me were like working together in the management. At the moment we are two managing directors. One is responsible for sales and myself, I'm more responsible for technique, investments, IT and so on. Well, that's pretty much things you should know about myself, I think. My great-grandfather actually was an artist, I would say. He was a lithographer. He was educated in Heidelberg and Paris, which was not that normal at the time of like around the last century. After I think 4 or 5 years abroad, he went back home here in Donaueschingen and founded the company. And over the decades, like in the 1920s of the last millennium, we were also producing banknotes. Moving on to more commercial printing for the following decades. Where the Second World War, of course, was a big cut, where my grandfather restarted the company after the Second World War, and my father then entered the company in 1970, 72 I think, where we actually lived in the company. So the rooms where we are in now at this moment, we are actually in the living room here, in this room. My first 10 years of my life, we were living in the company, so to speak. Now at the moment we have about 8,000 to 9,000 square meters covered, and in a very optimal way, I would say. It's more or less a straight line with printing, die cutting and gluing at the end. My father, I think, saw already that the commercial print has a future, but not a big and glossy future maybe. So his decision was to move into packaging, actually, away from paper printing to cardboard printing. And within cardboard printing, we already installed a hot foil machine in the 1970s, which was quite unusual at that time, because my father already had the strategy of moving into different branches or different industries in terms of end customers. He did not want to do just food or just cosmetics or just one branch. He was always thinking about a broad base of customers, which helps us even today. I mean, we are producing at the moment in 2024 and for the last years and hopefully the next years to come for nearly all branches that need boxes, so to speak. In every branch, of course, we try to, or we aim at the upper third, I would say, in terms of challenges and demands. So that's why we are not just producing boxes like 4-color varnish and printing, die cutting, gluing, finish. That's one of the reasons actually why Weilburger is one of our partners, because we have many requests from customers for special jobs where varnish, of course, plays a big role, like glossy, UV, dispersion, soft touch, all kinds of varnishes. And the technical service as well is very well organized and very close. So that's something very basic to us, that with all of our main suppliers, no matter if it's a printing machine or die cutting machine or board or varnish or ink supplier, we need a very close contact with their technical guys to solve the many challenges that are given to us by the customers.
Yeah, regarding products, so we produce, of course, we have a very wide product portfolio of water-based coatings. We have a wide range of UV coatings. We have water-based flexo inks, and in addition we have the lamination adhesives. The benefit for the customers is that they can get everything from one supplier, and we have a competent technical service team who could support the customers looking at these products. Yeah, this is most of the coatings will be used in packaging, of course. So this is the biggest market we are serving. Then there's of course the label market, which is also very important for us and also quite big. And unfortunately, during the last years, the commercial market shrinked a bit. So the commercial market is we are also serving. Talking from products for the packaging market, of course, there are a lot of coatings which will be applied to have a good protection. For example, to have a good rub on the packaging. And then there are other coatings who offer certain effects, so like visual and tactile effects. So like, let's say like a glossy effect, like a sardine mark effect, like a pearl effect, like soft effect. This is the main part of the product range. In UV, of course, people are focusing on high gloss, for example, and excellent protection properties, let's say. But also in the UV product range, this will be complemented by a lot of special products.
Well, I would say in general we varnish all our products, of course, because our boxes need some protection layer, which is the varnish basically. But many of our customers specifically ask for special effects, which is done by like special colors, of course, which we mix ourselves, where we create the recipe and mix the special colors in our color lab. And then we of course have the wide range of varnishes, glossy, matte, semi-matte, in dispersion and UV. So in both systems. And the combination of all those effects are very often demanded for by the customer. In cosmetics, that's number one, of course, which is obvious because it's cosmetics, followed by pharmaceuticals. I would say in the last 10-15 years, it was a growing amount of pharma packaging. But apart from that, I would say maybe food, where they very often add some spot varnishes. Yeah, it's nearly any branch, but cosmetics it's probably number one. We don't have a research and development department in that respect because we just have 100 people. But we have, on a regular basis, we are doing tests with different combinations of cardboard, ink, varnish and hot foil stamping. So I would say there's at least once every month we are doing small test series to find the optimal combination, which is all driven by, I would say, like 2/3 by customers and 1/3 from ourselves, where we see certain things and try to imitate something or try to produce an existing product maybe cheaper with other components. And so those are the two main drivers of research and development. Well, it's price pressure, I would say. It's three things: price, price, price. Of course, as in every branch, I guess. And therefore, of course, we have to buy as cheap as possible and produce as fast and reliable as possible, which is again the reason why we need good suppliers, of course. The customers value it and they pay for it, but at the end, we also have to constantly review our sources. And so far, it was always pro-local suppliers.
Yeah, of course, you know, Germans have a lot of regulations, and we, as a chemical, within the chemical industry, we follow all these regulations, or we have to follow all these regulations. Looking at the UV products, for example, so during the last 2 years, we had to eliminate some photo initiators, replace it by other ones. So we can really say our products are state-of-the-art products made in Germany, and the customers can rely on these products and on the service around.
Extremely, of course. That was one of the reasons why we are constantly investing, not just in the machines or in the most modern machines, having all those devices inside, like a fully automatic logistic on the printing machine, for example, which is the main enabler to run high printing speeds, that you have an automatic logistics at the feeder of the machine, of course, and goes on with logistic systems inside the company, and you move around a lot of pallets every day. At the end we have got the packing line after the gluing lines with a robot packing system. So that's like starting from the very beginning until the end of the production. We try to automate as much as possible, of course, and that's only limited by the fact that we have a very broad range of customers with a broad range of challenges, which does not always allow us to have like 100% streamlined production. I don't have the glass bowl, but I think there will be no dramatic change. But for example, digital printing was an issue for the last decades and still is an issue. But as long as the digital printing machines are too expensive, too slow and have like too high maintenance costs, I think that will be something which our industry, the folding box industry, will not use to an extent that the suppliers of those digital printing machines hoped. At the moment I don't see dramatic changes or dangers, so I'm quite confident. It's of course getting more and more important in the last 2-3 years. The bigger the customers get, the faster they were with asking us for certificates and documentation and all that. But of course we are in the happy position, I would say, that we have our raw material is cardboard made from trees. So we are working with a renewable material which is also recyclable to 100%. So when I look at the wastage in our company, we have wastage from cardboard, from aluminium printing plates and foil. Those are the main 3 types of waste, and they are all recycled by 100%. So that's a point, I think, where we might have it a little easier than other branches. But well, I don't see too many obstacles or challenges with that, because we are already very far in terms of sustainability.
Yeah, of course, this is mainly driven by our customers, especially by big brand owners. They were asking for this EcoVadis certification. Then we decided to go for it. The first step was a silver medal, and now we received the gold medal last year. And of course we are proud of this EcoVadis certification. And sustainability, of course, is a huge topic for us. Looking at the product, but also looking at our production line, which we communicated in the past.
Well, I've got 4 children, but they are, I think, too young at the moment to really make a prediction for the future. I hope so, but we'll see.